That's better. Is that on yet?
Yes.
No. Alright, I'm Craig. I'm going to be doing a neurological exam and also an abdominal exam today. Today we're going to start off with the cranial nerve testing. Cranial nerve testing, I want you to check for accommodation. We're going to check initially for central and peripheral vision. So I want you to look up at this chart. We're in a room, so we're not going to do the full 20 feet like we should, but we're going to start off here. So I want you to close off your right eye. Good job. And I want you to start off at the top and read down as far as you can.
Starting with E?
Yep.
E, F, P, T, O, Z, L, P, E, D, P, E, C, F, D, E, D, F, C, Z, P, F, F, E, L, O.
Alright, stop there.
Okay.
Cover your other eye. Start up at L, number 4.
L, P, E, D, P, E, C, F, D, E, D, F, C, Z, P.
Good. Okay, now we're going to check for accommodation and direct and consensual light reflex. So the accommodation we're going to start off with, I want you to look for my finger, and we're going to follow it all the way down into your nose, just like that. Now we're going to check for direct and consensual light reflex, looking for pupillary constriction. Go ahead and look towards that sign up there for me. Good, and same thing over here. Now we're going to look at the opposite eye, and same thing here. Okay, now we're going to check cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6 for the cardinal fields of gaze. Just want you to watch this finger. We're going to go through all 6 quadrants here. Back center and all the way at an angle. Follow that again. Good, and then back here. Perfect. Now we're going to check cranial nerve 5. So I want you to clench your teeth for me. Good. And we're going to check some sensations. I want you to close your eyes. Can you feel this on your forehead?
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel this on your cheeks?
Yes.
Can you feel it on your chin?
Yes.
And here.
Yes.
Good. Now look up at me. I want you to open your eyes real wide for cranial nerve 7. I want you to puff out your cheeks. Okay, smile, frown. Good. And pucker your lips. There you go.
Oh.
That was interesting. Okay, now we're going to do cranial nerve 8. I'm checking for the hearing. Initially I'm going to do finger rub test. I want you to tell me if you can hear this.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, can you hear this over here?
Yes.
Everything's falling apart. Okay. Now we're going to do Weber test. Can you hear this equal in both ears?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if one of the tests was often not appropriate on the Weber test, but lateralized to one ear, we're going to do Ryan's test. With the tuning fork on the mastoid, we're going to listen for bone conduction. Can you hear that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then once you stopped hearing that, we would come all the way up and listen for air conduction. And air conduction should be twice as long as bone conduction. Cranial nerve 9 and 10, we're going to check for phonation and watching for the soft palate and the uvular rise. So I'm going to open your mouth real wide. Say ah. Good. Cranial nerve 11, we're going to check for the shoulder shrug. So I want you to pick your shoulders up against my resistance. There you go. Good job. And the last thing is cranial nerve 12. I want you to stick your tongue straight out. I'm just going to look for straight out towards me. Good. Protrude out. Now we're going to check for. Good job, camera person.
Thank you.
Checking for fasciculations. Last thing, now we're going to switch to the rest of the neurological exam. And in the rest of the neurological exam, we're going to start off with deep tendon reflexes. I'm going to start off in the upper extremity and move down to the lower extremity. So up here, we're going to check for the biceps reflex first. And same thing bilateral. Check for the brachioradialis. Good. And same thing here. I'm going to check for the triceps. Just relax. Keep looking forward for me. Good. And triceps reflex here. Good. I'm going to check for the patellar. And the Achilles. I need to take your shoes and socks off real quick, okay? So we can check for the Basinski reflex. Good thing you wear your matching socks today. Okay, just relax there. And then checking for Basinski reflex.
Playing.
Okay, next time we're going to check the sensation. Now we're going to check for the C5, the T1 dermatome levels, initially in the upper extremity, then move down to the L3-1 dermatome levels in the lower extremity. So close your eyes for me, please. And can you feel this over here?
Yes.
Can you feel it over here?
Yes.
How about down here?
Yes.
And here?
Yes.
Last one is over here.
Yes.
Actually, this is the last one. Did all those feel equal bilateral?
Yes.
Awesome. Now we're going to do the lower extremities. I'm going to start off trying to pull these legs up to your knees. Good. Keep your eyes closed again for me. And again, I want you just to feel, can you feel this here?
Yes.
And here.
Yes.
Is that equal bilateral?
Yes.
Same thing all the way down.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
equal. Last thing is over here.
Yes.
And let's get this one, bottom of your foot. Wonderful. All right, now we're going to check for stereognosis and graphesthesia. I want you to close your eyes for me. Put your palms up on your lap. Good. Can you tell me what this is?
Pen.
Good. And now I want you to keep your eyes closed, and I want you to tell me what number this is.
3.
Good. I'm going to check for the vibration sense, first up in the ulnar prominence.
Okay.
Can you feel that?
Yes.
And can you feel this?
Yes.
Good. Now we're going to come down to the medial malleolus, so we're going to check bilateral again. Can you feel this down here?
Yes.
And you can feel it down here.
Yes.
Good. All right, now we're going to check for cerebellar coordination. So again, I want you to put your hands flat on your lap. And left arm first, I want you to go forward, backward, forward, backward. Okay, stop. Same thing with this hand. Okay, now what I want you to do is go opposite. So this hand up,
Which hand?
turn this hand over like that, and just reverse it back and forth. Good. Put your hands up like this. Keep your eyes closed. Can you tell me which direction your thumb is in? Which way it's pointing?
Left.
Okay, that's good. Okay, now I want you to look at me, and I want you to touch my finger and touch your nose. Good. And last time. Good job. All right, now I want you to go ahead and stand up for me, please. And we're going to do Romberg's test. I want you to close your eyes now, and we're going to look for any swaying or lateral movements, not loss of coordination, but loss of balance. You can see she has a little bit of a sway, but that's good. Okay, I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to stand your right leg, and can you hop okay? Try and jump up. Good, one more time. Good, now switch legs for me, and jump up again. Again, we're looking for coordination, and she's doing fine. Last thing I want you to do is just take about 2 or 3 steps forward with your toe to heel. We're going to look for a gate. Good, now turn around, and come back the other way. Perfect. All right, have a seat up here again. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and start the abdominal exam. Abdominal exam, we're going to go ahead and have you lie on your back for me, pretty please. All right, so first we're going to inspect the stomach. I'm going to pull your shirt. Is that okay? We're going to inspect the stomach for any bruising, color changes, symmetry, any masses, anything that's protruding, anything that's abnormal on the stomach. We're also going to go ahead and check for the contour and symmetry. I just want you to cough for me. Good. And looking for any bulges, masses, anything protruding. Next, what we're going to follow up with is we're going to do the auscultation of the abdomen. I'm going to start off with my stethoscope, and I'm going to listen in all 4 quadrants. Listen for just regular bowel sounds. Ideally, it'd be about 30 seconds per quadrant. Okay, now I'm going to use the bell of the stethoscope, and I'm going to check the arteries. Start off with the aorta. About 1 inch above the umbilicus. Now we're going to check for the renal arteries, 1 inch up and lateral to the umbilicus. And same thing to the other side. Now we're going to check the iliac arteries, 1 inch below and lateral to the umbilicus. Same thing over here. And the femoral arteries.
Pause.
Next, we're going to go ahead and do, we did the auscultation, so now we're going to go ahead and switch over to percussion. So percussion, I'm going to bring your stomach up again. We're going to listen for tympany, dullness, and flatness. Again, we're going to do the tympany in all 4 quadrants. Good. Now that we did percussion, now we're going to go ahead and move to light and deep palpation. Feeling for any masses or tenderness. I'm going to watch the patient's face as I'm doing this and see if she has any grimacing or pain while we're doing the exam. Any discomfort while we're doing this?
Nope.
Good. Next, we're going to go a little bit deeper with some deep palpation. Anything tender here?
Nope.
Last one here. Good. We're going to check for the liver and the spleen, okay? So what I want you to do, I'm just going to put my hand right in, just relax. I want you taking a deep breath for me. Now blow it all the way out. Check just for the lower edge of the liver. Deep breath in again. And all the way out. Good. We're going to check for the spleen, too. Spleen's pretty tough to feel. I'll give her a whirl today. Any pain when I'm doing this at all, either side?
No.
Okay. I'd like you to step one more time for me and face me over here. Last, we're going to go ahead and feel the costovertebral angles for any pain or tenderness. Is that tender at all on you?
No.
How about over here?
No.
Good. That concludes the neurological and the abdominal exam.